Hi, is this Buck?
Yeah, hi.
Hi, Buck. This is Sean Spencer with Spencer Lawn Care giving you a call about your email in about getting a leaf removal.
Yeah, hey, thanks for calling. Yeah, I live on it's the property size is about 1.4, 1.5 acres.
Okay, big property.
That yeah, so there's a lot of leaves around. We were looking at getting cleaning and the curbside, you know, vacuum as well done if possible.
Yep. What I'm going to do is I'm going to swing out here in a little bit. I got to stop at a couple doctor's offices and mark them off real quick for snow stakes. And then
Uh,
I just want to make sure they're not frozen to the ground just yet, because if they are, it would take a long time to clean that size
yeah.
property off. Not saying we couldn't do it. All right, guys, TQ's moving a few things here. She's feeling a lot better today. She started kind of rebounding last night. We're just kind of at that point now where we've been in super cold temperatures for a longer period of time where the leaves are going to freeze to the ground. And it's not saying we won't do them. You guys seen us do Leaf Mountain? Oh, yeah. A bunch of you have been asking why we haven't did the big hill. We are not doing that big hill this year. That gentleman actually cut down not all the trees, but a lot of them. And then he bought a mulching kit for his mower, and he mulched a lot of them up from the way he told me. So we're not going to be doing that big hill this year. He said he wanted to add some of the nutrients back into the lawn and see how it does, and then reevaluate next year. So we might get it back next year, we might not. I don't know, but this year he's mulching them up and getting them taken care of himself. We're putting out snow stakes. I've been putting out snow stakes. I just haven't been recording it. Got to finish up a couple properties here this morning, and then we're going to go do these estimates for leaf removal. And yeah, see if we can get them done. If they're frozen to the ground, probably not going to happen. Trying to figure out where the property line goes to.
Maybe that, you see that wooden fence there?
Yeah.
I wonder if it's straight up.
Let's see. Normally you can find a property marker. Something. Alright. Take a walk. So anytime you can't see a yard really well from satellite, you got to come out still, walk the property, leaf cleanup specifically. Yes, we are still trying to do leaf cleanups. This area has not got as much snow as we got at our house and in our area, but we're about 20 minutes away from there, but still in our service area. Yeah, it might be that. Looks like the majority of the leaves are on this side of the property. Yeah, that was a good catch, TQ. The grass height is different too. That lawn's cut shorter. They're not frozen yet.
No.
So the majority over here, the whole lawn does need done. Left side over there though, really saturated, really soft. You can actually see where it looks like the neighbor, they did theirs, and the lawn care guy, he was messing the lawn up pretty good. So definitely wouldn't be able to use the mower or the big blowers in that area. All right, guys, I stopped in here to Terry's to fix a couple of my problems. Got that bar for the back to stop that spreader from shaking, and we got the button for the dump. Get that replaced as soon as I get a little bit extra time, but wanted to pick them up while we were right here doing estimates. Can't stress you guys enough, plan your days out if you can. If you have the time, plan all your stops out so that you can break them down and get them taken care of when you're the closest to each one, rather than having to backtrack and run all over town here and there, which it's inevitable. We'll all make those mistakes, but yeah, this one here's went really smoothly because we're literally hopping a quarter mile, half mile, couple miles at a time. All right, guys, so this one's like a couple acres. It's a huge property, wraps all the way around. So I'm gonna drive and just show you this part here. So it goes all the way over to that hillside to the right. He's got a ton already at the curb, which I don't normally like that because they're a pain in the rear to get up. But this thing is covered. And I mean, it goes down there a long, long way. All right, guys, so out here, this is a big one. There's already a ton at the curb where they've been bringing them out themselves. It just became too much. I was talking to the homeowner. They just bought the house, so they thought with their mower that they were going to be able to keep up with it. They have their own bagger and everything, and he said it just became too much once the big drop happened. So yeah, they're a bit overwhelmed, but we're going to get it taken care of for them. So what we're going to do is go all the way to the backwoods. It goes to those huge pines down there by the neighbors, all the way around the back, and then straight down here. And we're going to bring everything straight forward and yeah, get it all cleaned up. There's already a ton at the curb here, so I know it's hard to tell. I'm really hoping these aren't frozen. Looks like we should be able to manage them. But there's already a ton going down the roadway. And just the vac up all the way down pretty much to that SUV and all the way out to there. Not going to be a cheap one whatsoever, but he just told me, he's like, hey, whatever it's going to be, just bill them. So we're going to come in on an hourly rate on this one and get it done. Oh man, it is chilly willy. 32 still. All right, so as soon as we can get it done, he's like, he pretty much said he does not care what it's going to cost. His wife, they were doing it, and it just became too much once the big dump happened. All right, wind's picking up, so we're gonna go ahead and get these vacked up, or we're just gonna be playing with them. off. I'm just gonna bag it off. It's not as bad. All right, guys, that's a wrap. This one's still got a lot on it, but I don't think we're gonna be able to have access to the lawn. We'll see. Be another 2 weeks before, possibly. Both of these customers said they're good for fall cleanups. TQ said she's good for fall cleanups. Let's go deer hunting. All right, guys, I shot a buck. Pretty good shot. I was probably, I don't know, 80 yards over there. So I waited a minute to come over. I seen exactly where I shot him. Big chunks of meat and hair. But have not located the blood trail just yet. But he ran that way. He's a nice 8 or maybe even a 10. I couldn't tell with my scope. So I shot a buck. I have not located him yet. I did locate where I shot him at. And this deer came in like fast. And then I think it ran into my trail. And it started slowing down. But it was literally walking straight towards me. And then he just stopped, turned sideways, gave me a beautiful shot. I put it on him, pulled the trigger. He dropped straight to the ground, rolled around for a second. I didn't think he was going to get back up. And then he jumped up and he took off running, but his front end was definitely way low to the ground. He was running with like his 2 front legs. You ever see like a cat almost like does that like crawl run thing? I'm going to come back in the morning. Hopefully we can locate him. Definitely think I hit him low. We've been following the blood. I got TQ with me. Real faint. Consistent drops though. It did snow a little bit on us this morning, so it's making it a bit harder for us to track. Anyways, he came right up here. So tracked him as far as I could. I think he's gonna survive. I hit him low. That's the only thing I can think of with that amount of white hair. I think I brisket shot him. And yeah, just I put it right on the spot. Either he might have had just enough reaction to jump or hop, whatever they do, you know. I mean, if you've ever hunted deer, they do some strange things. But yeah, we got all the way out here to the roadway. Oh, let me see. He came right through here. So I shot him probably, I don't know, 65, maybe 70 yards over that hill, and I was back another, I said 80, but I'm assuming it's probably 100 now, maybe 90. But anyways, we tracked him up the hillside here. Let me set my gun down, it's unloaded. He went on up that way, and I walked up, and the neighbor gave me permission. I told him I was just going to the hillside, so I tracked him literally right on up the hillside. Then there's a clearing, it's just a big field where they farm. So I stopped, I told him where I was going to check to. I think he's gonna be just fine. He wasn't laying in the field or on the path that I seen, and yeah, that's that. It's a survivable shot. I think I got him in the brisket, just the amount of white hair down there. That's gonna be that. We'll hunt another day. Big shout out to my neighbors. Thank you for letting me take at least a peek. I was kind of hoping maybe he would just be laying like right up in there. Deer tend to want to tuck themselves away, but he was not. Probably see him on camera in a few days.